Good afternoon, and welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Sky Factory 3. I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful Valentine's Day. I had a pretty good one. I didn't get a whole lot of building done, I'll be honest with you, because yesterday was fairly busy for me, um, both on the channel and then off the channel as well. Because of course it was Valentine's Day. I spent a bit of time with my girlfriend and everything. And then, in addition, of course, we had the stream and everything, and I just didn't get a whole lot of time for building. Plus, I had to farm the Ender Dragon a lot. So, anyways, a lot of Ender Dragon farming for this episode. So, yeah. Also, the turbine has been acting wonky. When I first logged on today, it was reset down to like 400 RPM. I had to just totally reset it. It's been slowly building up, but for some reason it acts like now it's not receiving enough steam or something. I don't really know what's going on with it. I've been messing with it and trying to figure it out, but I'm not 100% sure. I mean, really, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because we're going to set up a solar panel and that's going to be super power. I mean, even right now, we're not hurting for power. Our capacitors downstairs are capped again. But the turbine is acting up, so I don't know. I mean, I know there's enough steam coming into this. I mean, we're setting at 100% efficiency, and I don't know. Yeah, it's acting up. I don't know. It's not receiving enough steam, and I even tried doing conduits and stuff. I mean, this isn't struggling to run at all, so I don't know for sure. But anyways, it's wonking out. Anyways, today, like I said last episode, we are going to be working on draconic storage energy multiblock, or the draconic energy storage multiblock. Yeah, that sounds better. Anyways, chances are you guys have probably set one of these up or seen them in the past. In 1.7, if you recall, they went up to a tier 7. It stored 2.14 trillion, if I recall correctly. That tier 7 is still present within Draconic Evolution. However, a tier 8 was added. Tier 8 is very, very expensive, but it's, if you ever set up a multi-block in the past, you could max those out. You could fill them out and, still be hungry for more energy storage. I actually recall in one world, a while back, quite a while back actually, I remember having 3 of those set up. So, they were a lot of power storage. Them and Mechanism at the time were pretty much the 2 top energy storage. Mechanism had the big multi-block energy storage, and then the Draconic Evolution multi-block storage. So, to make things even crazier, Draconic Evolution in 1.10 now has a tier 8 version for the Draconic storage multi-block. It is very, very expensive. Just a heads up. If we take a look here, you can actually see a shopping list. Actually, let's take a step back here. And we'll start on the first page here. You'll see the different tiers right here. And tier 8, it just says ... Okay, he straight up says he's not going to lie and say that it's infinite, but it's close. If you look at the link to a big number, this does take you to the link to the actual number. That the amount of storage that this thing has, it's basically 9 quintillion. So if you can wrap your head around 9 quintillion energy storage, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous amount of storage. Setting that up, we really won't have to worry about energy storage ever again. I will probably fill out the capacitor banks just because we want thousands of capacitor banks. But anyways, that's what we're going to be setting up today is a tier 8. I did a lot of dragon farming yesterday and last night and this morning. Like anytime I had some free time, I was killing dragons. If we take a look here at our Awakened Draconium, we have 451 blocks right now of Awakened Draconium. So if we take a look here, I actually have 2 of these. I pulled this one out of here. I guess I didn't actually need it. Okay. Well, anyways, if we take a look here, we can click here for the setup guide, and we can actually get ourselves a little shopping list. Now, like I said, we're not going to worry about these other tiers, the 1, 2, and so on. We're just going to go straight for tier 8. It is very, very expensive, though. It's going to require 1 energy core, 36 energy core stabilizers, 786 draconium, and 378 awakened draconium. So basically, where your redstone blocks would normally be, that's now draconium blocks. And where your draconium blocks would normally be, it's awakened draconium. Like the whole outer casing. Okay, we just crashed. That's been happening a bit lately. Like the server doesn't crash, but it's been like kicking us off every few minutes. So if I crash periodically while setting this up, I do apologize. I don't actually know what's causing it. I know there was a couple other people that had that issue, I believe, yesterday. I remember them saying something about it. I don't know if they got it sorted, but now today it started happening to me. But anyways, let's go ahead and get our stuff together. So first up, we're going to need to get ourselves a core. Just one of these energy cores. I mean, they're fairly cheap for us at this point. So there we go. There's our energy core. And then we're also going to need to get 36 core stabilizers. These are fairly cheap. We just need particle generators. We are going to need a bunch of redstone. And how do we not have blaze powder or blaze rods? Okay, I don't know what he's set up something here that just immediately sag mills like all of our blaze rods. I don't really know why. We have like billions of sulfur and blaze powder. Okay, this is gonna get trashed. I have no clue. Alright, I'm just gonna throw that up there. Okay, so now maybe we can start building up blaze rods. Okay, so anyway, while that's building up, because we need 36 core stabilizers. Okay, but anyways, while we're waiting, we're also going to need 786 draconium, which I'm actually short on that right now, but that's fine, because we can just do this. And craft ourselves up a bunch of draconium. And we'll go ahead and snag a bunch of that really quick. Alright, in our draconic multi-block, we're going to put it at the back of the ship, I do believe. For one, because it's just too big to put anywhere else. I mean, this thing is massive. But we're going to have like an engine back here. So I think this would be the best place to set it up. It's like a rear engine kind of thing. So if we put down our core and we click tier up, we can check the different stages of it. So for example, we want the tier 8, and then we can hit build guide and activate the build guide. And we can see how large this thing needs to be. So you'll notice immediately, I mean, this thing is massive. Absolutely massive. But, like, even the bottom of the ship, with how large the bottom of the ship is, even if I removed it all the way down to the bottom of the hull, it's still too big to fit in there. I mean, this thing is big. It's 13 by 13 by 13. So very large multi-block. So anyways, we're going to put it here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to just start building this out. So draconium blocks all the way out like that. Basically 5 in each direction. Yeah, so we're getting there. I kind of wish that we could easily, like, activate and deactivate and all that stuff with this thing. But anyways, we're slowly getting in there. It's such a big monstrosity. It's so much draconium. It really, really is. I mean, it's not, you know, within this pack, it's not really an issue. All the awakened draconium and stuff that it costs. But, man. There we go. So we just need awakened draconium here at the top. And then this stuff, we've got to bring it down. Okay, so I think all the draconium is placed. Now we just need to get the awakened draconium in here. Ugh, which is the expensive part, to say the least. And there we go. A full ginormous meteor of draconium. Alright, so now all that we need is our 36... I actually farmed way too much. For some reason my math was off. Or I must have missed something when I was farming up dragon hearts. Because I was just doing dragon hearts and I was like, okay, just chuck those hearts up in the, the thing. Now we just need our core stabilizers. So, hopefully, we have enough blaze rods. Yeah, it's the redstone. Pretty much I have it. You'll notice it's there's not a whole lot of redstone in the system. Basically, it just crafts as it needs it. More or less. So let's go ahead and request, like, 1,000 blocks of redstone. So there we go, and then we just need to combine those with diamonds. This is so expensive. So expensive. It really, really is. And there's our energy core stabilizers. Now, if you take a look here in the Draconic tablet, you can actually see right here how to hook up your stabilizers. Basically, you need 3x3s of them. Where used to you did just a single stabilizer, and you did like 4 of them. In different cardinal directions, however you want to set it up. Now it is the 3x3 that we need. Okay, yeah, just within 16 blocks. So what we're going to do, let's get some cobblestone here to start laying these out. I think we're just going to come out by like 4 I think should be fine. And then we'll put our stabilizers just like that, and it makes this advanced stabilizer, this round one. These things, I have to say, I think these stabilizers are much cooler. They really, really are. And then at the top here, we'll come up 4, then set up our stabilizer here. And remember, you can do these, you can either run these vertical or horizontal, depending on your personal preference and stuff. So that hasn't changed. So if you'd rather have these kind of come around the circle, then you can do that as well. Our core stabilizers. Now I will say, probably any pack other than Sky Factory, this thing would be very, very end game. But Sky Factory is just like, oh, well, Draconium, Awakened Draconium, not a problem. The Awakened Draconium was a bit of a grind, I will say that, but it wasn't difficult. I just did it while watching TV. Like, so. Alright. And there we go. So that is our draconic energy storage multi-block. So now we just have to turn this thing on. Looks like it's raining. Yeah. Like right here. It's such a weird, like, it rains right there. Like, this is like the chunk edge. It's so strange. But anyways, let's go ahead and turn this thing on. Tier 8 energy core. Stabilizers are valid. Advanced stabilizers required. Core is valid. So now we can just say activate. Pa-pow. And there we go. We have this super amazing, super massive Awakened Draconium energy storage multi-block. This thing is an absolute monster. It really, really is. And if we take a look here, you can see that we can store 9.223 quintillion RF. Capacity almost infinite. I mean, look at that. Look at that number. That number is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And we can start charging and transferring and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and start plugging some of this stuff up into this. I think, yeah, we're going to do energy pylons. This is pretty much the same as it used to be. Basically, you just need to make an energy pylon and put glass on the top or the bottom of it. And you'll notice here the max energy of each pylon is 2,147,483,647 RF per tick per side. Let's go ahead and get ourselves, I guess we'll get a couple of those energy storage pylons. These are very, very cheap, by the way. I think we've actually got everything that we need. Yeah, and these craft 2 at a time, so awesome. And then let's get just a couple pieces of glass. And we'll probably end up setting up more pylons. This is just so I have one for input and one for output right now. And then let's get ourselves a wireless energy crystal and a couple IOs. Okay, so we're sorted. We have all kinds of draconic energy related things on us at the moment. And so then for our pylons, let's just go ahead and we're going to set these up. I actually might remove this upper windmill now that I think about it, because I want the engine to kind of come back, and then we'll have, you know, this multi-block kind of just sitting there as like the engine, I guess. Like, I say engine, but not like any kind of like a futuristic style engine, like the core power source. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but like the energy core of the ship that will attach in kind of like an engine fashion, if that makes sense. So I think these cores, or these pylons, let's just put them, we're going to stick one like right here and one like right here for now. I may adjust it, we'll see. But then we can put our glass on the top, and you'll see that these turn into spheres. And And let's go ahead and change this. We're going to right click it. So now this one's outputting and this one's inputting. Or we'll do an IO first. We'll put the IO on here and we'll have another IO right here. And then what I want to do is let's plug, we'll set a wireless crystal right here. And I want to, oh, just crash the server. It's so hard to play around with Draconic Evolution right now because it just keeps crashing. Every time like I try to plug up anything with Draconic Evo, it just crashes. What I probably need to do, realistically, is because we've made so many changes with Draconic Evolution and the way things are plugged up and all of that. Oh, crashed again. I need to go through and sort all of our Draconic energy connections because things have been changed and sorted and messed with, and so we really need to kind of clean the slate a little bit. Yeah, because it's just chain crashing right now. Okay, I don't think it's gonna work right now. It just keeps crashing on me. I'm gonna have to get somebody to go break a couple of those wireless, because I think what's happening is because the way things have been plugged up over time, I need to go through all of those and sort them and break a lot of the connections, because I think what's happening is the energy is just kind of cycling around and it's causing a little bit of an issue. Basically what I want is I want the energy to go to first go to the Draconic Evolution storage. So anywhere the energy is being created, basically from that engine room, I want it to go straight to the Draconic multiblock, and then from the multiblock, I don't really know if, I guess we'll have one connection connecting to the capacitors just to have power down there just because. But then the Draconic multiblock will then plug into all the other stuff, you know, as the output. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get somebody to go, probably Sheridan will have to go in MC Edit and smack the break a couple of those Draconic connections for me. But anyways, because I think what's happening is we had the power going into from the energy room to the energy storage, and then the energy storage goes to the wireless section. And I think what's happened now is I accidentally clicked on one of those, and that's when it started crashing. And so I think what I've done is I've just created a circuit between the energy storage, the other energy storage, and the other thing. I'm not for sure, but yeah, I've got to clean that up a little bit. So anyways, I am going to end the episode out there due to the fact that I can't even log on at the moment. But if you guys enjoyed the video, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already for more daily videos. Oh, yeah, okay. About to say, because it'll be a little while before Sheridan gets off, and I'll try to get that sorted by next episode. And next episode, we'll actually take a look at the multi-block in action, because I would like to check that out with you guys. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys join me for next time. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do next time. We'll probably play with energy a little bit, and we may start looking towards getting our solar panels, or we may dive into blood magic or something briefly. So, anyways, I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys next time. And sorry about the crash, by the way.